So I bought this generator years ago, probably longer than I think I've had it. And it just seemed like over the last few years, it's been harder and harder to start. I'd taken the air filter apart a few times to try to figure out if there was an adjustment or if it needed cleaned out or why it was starting to start so hard. Ended up emptying the gas out. I took the gas tank off. In the midst of trying to troubleshoot it, I ended up breaking the gas line nipple off of the little gas valve. So then that put me in a pickle. And I just about decided to junk it. And then I started looking online and found that you could get a new gas shutoff valve on Amazon, and it wasn't very much. So I thought, might as well give it a shot. When I started messing with the old gas valve, it literally was pressed together and it just fell apart. And part of it is like a cardboard material. So I don't think they're made to last forever. So we're gonna put this new one on and see if we can get it to start. Truth be told, I'd rather have one of those ones you just pick up with one hand that's lighter. But I wanna at least be able to run my, like a power saw and stuff when I'm out where there's no electricity. This thing here is a lug. And I actually had bought a wheel set for this from Harbor Freight, I think, and I got home. It wasn't a project I was getting on right away, and when I went to try to find the wheel set, like with the handle and the wheels you can attach to this, I couldn't find it anywhere. So I don't know if I left it in the parking lot or at the store or what. So now I'm just left with the situation right here. So this is the new shutoff valve that I got from Amazon. So it should be really simple to put on. This, I think, just goes up in the tank here. And that's like a filter to keep all the solids out of getting in your valve. And then you just screw this on. There, got the new valve on. Now I have to find a new gas line because I broke the other one. I'm taking this filter housing off so I can show you where the line gets hooked up and stuff. So I bought some replacement hose. It has to go from this down to this. So I'm gonna hook it to the one side. And then we'll cut the other one here. Make sure I have plenty. It's almost like it's a different size. Maybe it's just my bad cut. Yeah. Okay, our gas line's hooked up. And we're gonna put this back in place. And this kind of clamps that line as it goes up into place. Uh-oh, that lever came off. Yeah, you gotta have your choke hooked up. There we go. Kind of gotta angle it in there, and then this hose on this side, just a breather hose. Stuff back in there. There we go. Now we're ready to put this back together. Now I gotta remember how all this goes back together. I think this goes in next. And then this, nope. Nope, I'm doing this wrong. This goes in first. And then this one. You can see the imprint of the outside on it, so I know that's how it goes. Now, we have to put screws in there to hold this inner part inside. This one's really hard to get to. It's at a weird angle. A lot of these generators are the same design, so this valve might go to lots of different generators. There we go. The old gas line had this little spring on it, but this is tight enough it's not going to go anywhere. And we have one extra screw. Shoot. Never good when you have an extra screw. Oh, you know what? I think, oh yes. So it goes in here and holds this box to the bracket. So I can probably sneak through the air box here and do it. Okay, now we're ready to put this back together. And the filter box just sits on here with these spring clips. I thought my gas might be old, so I actually drained the whole tank from the gas that was in it. I think I tried some new gas. It didn't work. Okay, that's back together. Now we just gotta put these 4 bolts back in the tank. My selection of gas line. You can get gas line at like your local hardware store. They'll usually have a lot of different sizes. Just make sure your gas line isn't kinked. Nope. All right, let's see if we have any luck. All right, before we get too much, let's make sure we get some into our system here. I just saw the gas run through that line, so that's good. All right, let's see if we have any luck. Okay, we're gonna try a little starting fluid just to make sure that our switch is in the right position and that we can even get a spark. Okay, at least it fired now. Well guys, it starts now, so obviously that helped to have a valve on there, but I'm kind of back to where I was in the first place. For some reason, I worked on this one time, I don't remember why I had to take the filter apart. And ever since then, when I run it, I have to play with the choke to keep it running. So maybe you guys will have an idea. If you do, put it in the comments what you think my problem is. Let me show you what it does here. As long as I hold it right there so it doesn't move, it purrs like a kitten. Like if I let it start to do its own thing, that's that gyrating. But if I hold it, I just adjust it just a little bit, I can get it to run smooth again. I should just be able to put it right in that position, but it won't even stay running with the choke completely off. So maybe one of you guys has an idea what's causing that. I have to have that choke kind of in the middle position to keep it running. And there's no adjustment on the carburetor that I can see. I can't have the choke completely off, can't have the choke completely on. I have to have it just in the perfect position or it's gonna die. Anyway, that's how you install the new gas shutoff valve, and it works, but it's a little frustrating. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, good luck with all your projects.